Repeat after me what we see on the screen. I am created in the likeness and image of God. Therefore, whatever God is, I am. And this is the truth about me. It is our truth. It is the truth about each and every one of us. You know, one of the ways that we communicate is through stories. What are stories? Well, one definition out of the Oxford Dictionary of stories, using it as a noun, it says, an account of imaginary or real people and events told for entertainment, like an adventure story, or an account of past events in someone's life or in the evolution of something, like the story of modern farming as an example. It's a particular person's representations of the facts of a situation. What is the purpose of a story? Well, in Jesus' case, he told stories all the time, or parables. He did that for enlightenment and our education, to make us aware of certain things. Who uses stories? All of us. We tell stories all the time. Every day in our normal communication, we tell stories. Let me tell you about what I found out when I went to the mall yesterday, you know. Oh, man, let me tell you about how the study group went Wednesday. You know, we tell stories all the time. It's our experience of those things. This past Tuesday, I was introduced to a story by a person named Andy Weir. Don't know who he is. That's just his name. It had an immediate impact on me, and I immediately knew that I wanted to share it with you. So here it is. The egg. Warning. This story will blow your mind to a whole new level. Yes, it is true. The story I'm about to tell you will probably be one of the best short stories you'll ever read or hear in your life. I have no doubt about that. Also, this story will blow your mind to a whole new level. It will ascend your thinking, and you will never think of life in the same way again. And how I know this? Well, I'll let you listen to it right now. And you let me know if I'm wrong, he says. Okay? The egg. You have died. You were on your way home when you died. It was a car accident. Nothing particularly remarkable, but fatal nonetheless. You left behind a wife and 2 children. It was a painless death. The EMTs tried their best to save you, but to no avail. Your body was so utterly shattered, you were better off. Trust me. And that's when you met me. What happened, you ask? Where am I? You died, I said matter-of-factly. No point in mincing words. There was a truck. I was skidding. Yep, I said. I died? Yep. But don't feel bad about it. Everyone dies, I said. You looked around, and there was nothingness. Just you and me. What is this place, you ask? Is this the afterlife? More or less, I said. Are you God, you ask? Yep, I replied. I am God. My kids, my wife. What about them? Will they be all right? That's what I like to see, I said. You just died, and your main concern is your family. That's good stuff right there. You looked at me with fascination. To you, I didn't look like God. I just looked like some man or possibly a woman, some vague authority figure, maybe. More of a grammar school teacher than the Almighty. Don't worry, I said. They'll be fine. Your kids will remember you as perfect in every way. They didn't have time to grow contempt for you. Your wife will cry on the outside, but be secretly relieved. To be fair, your marriage was falling apart. If it's any consolation, she'll feel very guilty for feeling relieved. Oh, so what happens now? Do I go to heaven or hell or something? Neither. You'll be reincarnated. Ah, so the Hindus were right. All religions are right in their own way. Walk with me. You follow along as we strode through the void. Where are we going? Nowhere in particular, I said. It's just nice to walk while we talk. So what's the point then, you ask? When I get reborn, I'll just be a blank slate, right? A baby. So all my experiences and everything I did in this life won't matter? Not so, I said. You have within you all the knowledge and experiences of all past lives. You just don't remember them right now. I stopped walking and took you by the shoulders. Your soul is more magnificent, beautiful, and gigantic than you can possibly imagine. A human mind can only contain a tiny fraction of what you are. It's like sticking your finger in a glass of water to see if it's hot or cold. You put a tiny part of yourself into the vessel, and when you bring it back out, you've gained all the experiences it had. You've been in a human form for the last 48 years, so you haven't stretched out yet and felt the rest of your immense consciousness. If we hung out here for long enough, you'd start remembering everything. But there's no point to doing that between each life. How many times have I been reincarnated then? He asked. Oh, lots. Lots and lots. And into lots of different lives, I said. This time around, you'll be a Chinese peasant girl in 540 A.D. Wait, what? You stammered. You're sending me back in time? Well, I guess technically. Time as you know it, though, only exists in your universe. Things are different where I come from in heaven. Where do you come from, you said? Oh, sure, I explained. I come from somewhere else, and there are others like me. I know you'll want to know what it's like there, but honestly, you wouldn't understand. Oh, you said, a little bit let down. But wait. If I get reincarnated to other places in time, I could have interacted with myself at some point. Sure. Happens all the time. And with both lives only aware of their own lifespan, you don't even know that it's happening. So what's the point of it all? Seriously, I asked. Seriously? You are asking me for the meaning of life? Isn't that a little stereotypical? Well, it's a reasonable question, you persisted. I looked you in the eye. The meaning of life. The reason I made this whole universe is for you to wake up, to mature. You mean mankind? You want us to mature and wake up? No, just you. Just you. I made this whole universe for you. With each new life, you grow and mature and become a larger and greater intellect. Just me? What about everyone else? There is no one else, I said. In this universe, there's just you and me. You stared blankly at me. But all the people on earth, all you, different incarnations of you, just you. Wait, I'm everyone? Now you're getting it, I said, with congratulatory slap on the back. I'm every human being who ever lived, or who will ever live, yes. I'm Abraham Lincoln. I'm Hitler, you said, appalled. And you are the millions he killed. I'm Jesus. And you're everyone who followed him. You then fell silent. Every time you victimized someone, I said, you were victimizing yourself. Every act of kindness you've done to yourself. Every happy and sad moment ever experienced by any human was or will be experienced by you. You thought for a long time. Why, you ask me, why do all of this? Because someday you will become like me. Because that's what you are. You're one of my kind. You're my child. Whoa, you said, incredulous. You mean I'm a God? No, not yet. You're a fetus. You're still growing. Once you've lived every human life throughout all time, you will have grown enough to be born. So the whole universe, you said, it's just an egg, I answered. Now it's time for you to move on to your next life. And I sent you on your way. Conclusion. The feeling you're feeling right now, like you are levitating over yourself, that's your mind being blown. Elevated. You've ascended to a whole new level. I wish you had a mirror right now to see yourself. And yes, it is inevitable to think about this when you meet someone else. You will start questioning yourself. Can my mother or my brother, my kid, my wife, my best friend all be me? You'll think of this when you talk with them. You'll start questioning even more. Can this sexy waitress or Leonardo DiCaprio or Gandhi, all those terrorists, those politicians, those soldiers who died in wars, my boss, could all of them really be me? But that's okay. Question. Question everything and everyone. Start seeing the universe through this prism. Start seeing the world and everyone in it with this eye. Imagine if we all saw each other like this as one. So what if this is just a story? It's the story that we believe in that matters. And maybe it's time to change this story and accept a new one. A story which will make the world a better place. It's not which story is true, for all of them are true. It's which story makes you a better person, a God. P.S. When I think about it, you wrote this text for yourself. Let us close our eyes for a moment and just listen.